got Alex Waltz, who runs the 00 late model, and I haven't talked to you all year, Alex, and you didn't even want to talk to me just now because you said, I got to do something worth talking about. Yeah. I'm hoping to bring you some good luck. What's it going to take to see this thing in victory lane?
I don't know. A lot of luck, I think. We've just struggled all year. Just can't seem to find anything. We find a little speed, and just hasn't gone our way. Been one of those years.
Yeah, the handicap system helps you start up front, and then it just seems like it's hard for you to stay up there, I've noticed.
Yeah, we get the car to go decent for 10 or 20 laps, and then it just starts to fade, and we just can't seem to stay consistent.
What's your best finish this year so far, Alex?
I don't even know that. We've had a few halfway decent mid-packs, been about what we're good for.
Well, is it feeling any better tonight? What's going on?
Not as well as I'd like to hope, but we'll see what we got. We just made a bunch of changes after practice. It really wasn't great, so hopefully we threw everything we could at it. We tried something, so we'll see what happens.
You making some big swings?
Yeah, pretty much. We just keep throwing the book at it, and one of these days maybe we'll hit on something.
All right, Alex Waltz, hope to see you up there tonight, man. Have fun.
I hope you're good luck.
All right. Matt Burgoyne, we see you on rare occasions, and I think I asked you the same thing last time, but what made you come out tonight? We didn't see you at the last late model race. What's the method behind your schedule?
Not working. Whenever I get the day off, obviously you got to hold down a job and pay for it some way. So when I get the weekend off from work, we show up and try to see what we can do. I hope next year we can actually run for all the races, but this year we missed more than we wanted to. Beginning of the season, I was building the car, had to get it ready, and then the last couple of weeks have just been because of work or whatever. But we get more days off, we can race some more.
All right. Where do you work? Was it RH Foster or something like that?
No, I work for Carmichael's. They're based out of the RH Fosters. Okay. Great company to work for. They're looking for help just like everybody else if anyone wants to apply. But great company to work for.
Well, the reason I asked was, how come they don't sponsor you? I don't see their company name on the car.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I got a bare car. If anybody wants to sponsor the car, have at it. We got some black canvas. Next year, we'll hopefully to make more races. I haven't even really asked for help this year because we don't know what races we're going to be able to do and not do. So hopefully next year we can, make all the races, do the coastal and all that fun stuff.
All right, so yeah, it's just a blank canvas, not many sponsors, but the only decorative touch on the car is the memorial of your father inside of your number. Isn't that correct? You're racing in memory of him?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all the stuff he's done. I mean, he did so much for me in my childhood, and puts me in a position where I can afford a race car. And I mean, he dedicated his life to me and my sister, and I mean, yeah, he's always here, and yeah.
Time's falling right by. How long has it been, Matt?
It was 2018, so was it 4 years or whatever?
Yeah, I was going to guess 4 or 5 years since we lost him. So our condolences for you as always, and good luck tonight, Matt.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pace car in, and here they come.
And a nice job by Dan Trask, taking his own obligation to pull off and make sure that's fixed properly down pit road. We're one lap in. And it is Alex Waltz, ladies and gentlemen. My first time interviewing Alex Waltz pre-race in the pits earlier, and I was hoping to bring him some good luck today. Hopefully he can be a heat race hero tonight. Emerson takes a peek to the high side, though. The 24 car gets a nose up top going into 3, and we've got a dead heat for the lead. Alex Waltz and Jonathan Emerson on lap 3. Brent Roy wants a piece of the action in the 26 as well. And then it's Scott Hall and Connor Wenners rounding out the top 5. Alex Waltz gets a major push going into turn 1. Jonathan Emerson luckily gave him plenty of room down low and no contact was made, but contact's made in turn 3, and Emerson takes over the top spot. 5 laps left in heat number 1. And this one is Jonathan Emerson now, already out to a few car length advantage as Waltz is left to fend off Connor Wenners to his high side. Brent Roy still hanging tight, not wanting to go to the top side. He stays single file behind Alex Waltz in fourth. And Waltz gets sideways out of four, allowing Brent Roy to slip underneath. Connor Wenners takes over second. Brent Roy bumps it up into the top three. We've got 2 laps left for Jonathan Emerson. Scott Hall slips underneath Waltz as well for fourth, and Alex Waltz gets shuffled back to fifth. White flag in hand, and Connor Wenners is reeling in your leader in a hurry. Wenners is setting a blistering heat pace speed. Into turn 3, Wenners is right there, but Jonathan Emerson looks like he's gonna hang on to heat number 1.
Farrington ran back in the Coastal 200.
Second and final heat for the late models underway. We've got a nice close battle up front. Dave Getchell and Chris Burgess. And they are really keeping these guys stacked up behind them. Burgess is able to break away. Daniel Harding follows up the inside, and Getchell is getting hung out to dry in the 88. Will Collins finds an opening. And Will Collins pulls evasive maneuvers to get to the inside before the bottom gets filled up once more, as Brett Osmond was right there to do so in the 05, but missed out by inches. And now Josh St. Clair is looking daring to the second groove. He'll pull a fender up on Daniel Harding for second place. Outside not looking so friendly for St. Clair. He loses a spot and falls back to fourth to Will Collins, now into the top 3. Will Collins, the second to last late model feature winner. And he is right up tight on the 12-year-old of Daniel Harding now, challenging for second, just past halfway. Will Collins is going to take a daring move to the high side. St. Clair's going to fill the opening in case it doesn't work out, but it looks like it is quite nicely. Will Collins pulls it up door to door with Dan Harding. Chris Burgess still leads the way by half a car length. Will Collins is coming in hot though, sticking to the high side. 2 laps left. And if Burgess can fend him off, I think this might be his first heat race win of the season as well. Coming to the white flag, Burgess has the advantage. Burgess was our 2022 Coastal 200 runner-up this season. Can he fend off the late race charge from Will Collins? We got a barn burner to the line. Man, oh man, great heat racing all the way through, and a couple more still to go. Another exciting finish with Chris Burgess fending off Will Collins for heat race number 2 of the
Barry
Wood Pellet
Morris
Warehouse
behind the wheel of the
Late Model.
Norm's Used Cars Ford Mustang pace car takes the turn into the infield. We are ready to set him loose. Flagman Nate Senna gives him the green. And everybody tiptoeing through turn 2. They made it further tonight than they did 2 weeks ago on the first lap. That's a good sign. Jonathan Emerson leading the freight train down the backstretch. Then comes Wenners. Brent Roy third, side by side for fourth. Alex Waltz holding up a wad of cars there in the 00. Scotty Hall in the 10 on the outside. Chris Burgess tucked in behind in the 47. Josh St. Clair sneaks the 14 car down in line behind the 25 of Will Collins. Everybody getting in line down on that low side. They're 3 wide back behind them. David Getchell kicked out of line in the 88, and he pays the price. He dropped like a stone, losing several positions in the 88. Again, 3 wide, out of turn 4. Brett Osmond not giving up any ground, but he has to now as they come out of turn 2. And some contact, the 01 of Jet Decker. Back underway and under green, the lead pair remains side by side. Wenner's got a good jump on the start that last time. And he stays right there on the outside of Jonathan Emerson. Everybody packed up tight there through turn 1 and 2. Watching that 25 of Will Collins and a spin on the backstretch. I think that might be the 86 of Pat Murphy. No movement yet. Pace car in. Green flag out. They storm into turn 1 once again, and that battle resumes up front between Emerson. Oh, problem for Winters. He looks like he might have had something let go on the suspension or a tire down. And he's dragging something as he heads down pit road, and a couple cars spin. Not sure what sent them around. Green flag back out. And here we go one more time. Keep an eye on that 73 of Dave Farrington. He's worked his way halfway through the field. Veteran of late model and pro stock races, has himself up in there, and we're going 3 wide into the corner again. These guys are racy tonight. Scotty Hall right across the nose of the 38 of Matt Burgoyne. That could have been crazy. Again, 3 wide down into turn 3. Will Collins on the high side. Daniel Harding in there as well. Lead trio out single file. The race is for 4th right now between Harding and Collins. Scott Hall gets the curb, and he's going to start stacking up some traffic over in turn 1. 12 complete, set to go. Emerson and Burgoyne now. Collins is in there, and now Farrington from 20th up into 4th. He's taken advantage of these early cautions, and he has got himself in contention now. Burgoyne hanging tough on the high side. He is going to have to earn it out there. Jonathan Emerson still leading the way. But a long way to go. They'll make it 15 complete next time by the line. Another guy who started deep in the field is Frank Moulton in the 15M. He started back in 15th, and he's raced his way up just outside the top 5. There goes Will Collins. stepped it outside and takes over the lead. Collins trying to grab his second win of the season. He was a winner a month ago. Farrington moves up into second. Emerson starting to fall back a little bit. "12-year-old Daniel Harding is in the mix now. Harding in the third spot in car number 38. Moulton is now fourth. Burgoyne and Emerson have drifted back a little bit. Daniel Harding wheeling a car that Andrew McLaughlin ran to several feature wins here at Wiscasset Speedway. He's got a good piece under him. We are about to hit halfway. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go. Field getting strung out single file, but a couple of good close battles. One of them back there for the fourth position. Moulton's got it. And the 14 of Josh St. Clair putting on the pressure. St. Clair still pressuring Moulton for the fourth position. Then a little ways back to Burgoyne, who runs in sixth. Moulton stuck a nose underneath Daniel Harding as they got to turn one. That battle now for third, fourth, and fifth is starting to tighten up. Passing flag being shown for Murphy Chabuk as the 25 of Collins starts to set them up to put him a lap down. He's got a half straightaway cushion now over Dave Farrington. Dave's going to be joining us for the Boss Hog 150 in a couple weeks. Again, a scramble over there in turn number 1 and 2 as everyone races around Colton Chabuk. A close call for a couple of drivers, but they resume their battle. Passing flag still being shown as the leaders pick their way through lap traffic. And don't give up on that battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Now that they're back in open racetrack, Moulton trying to chase down the 38 once again. St. Clair stays right there in fifth. Things really tight from about seventh position back. It looks like Chris Burgess got kicked out of line. Several cars, and there goes the 17 of Barker. That one was getting dicey back there from about seventh position back. Seventh back through about 13th. And James Barker pays the price.
Farrington. His fastest lap time was almost 2/10 slower than Will Collins earlier in the race. Last time we saw Dave Farrington here was for the Coastal 200 as well, so this is basically his first weekly show, and a fine showing it is so far, but Daniel Harding, he wants to break into the top two.
Yeah, we were 3 wide back in the middle of the pack on that, and guess who was in the middle once again? It was Brent Roy. He is struggling just to bring this car home clean tonight. How about that? Daniel Harding has raced his way into second. Josh St. Clair to third. Farrington shuffled back into fourth. Frank Moulton still in the picture as well. This kid in the 38 still continues to impress. And he's right up there going toe-to-toe with the two of the division's top racers. .33 complete. We'll make it 34 by the line this next time. One guy making room up through the field is that 05 of Brett Osmond. 5 laps to go next time by. Osmond was involved in one of the early cautions and has raced his way back up into 7th, running right behind Matt Burgoyne. Front 5 stretched out single file, little space between each. We'll see if St. Clair can mount any kind of challenge on Daniel Harding. Two laps to go this time by the stripe. 2 to go for Will Collins, Daniel Harding, and Josh St. Clair. Farrington holds 4th, Moulton 5th. They're side by side for 6th, Burgoyne and Osmond. White flag one more time around. Final time down through 3 and 4. Checkered flag is up. Will Collins takes the win. Another eventful late model sportsman feature comes to a close with Will Collins picking up his 2nd win of the season.
Let him hear it, folks. Oh, man, Will. Some hugs and kisses from his twin boys, that is. You got twins. Oh, man. Hey, Will, last time I saw you here, you know, I rubbed it in a little bit that you had a few years of no wins, and now look at you. You're right on top. 2 wins in 3 weeks. Awesome job, man.
Yeah, car was really good. Once we got out front, I just kind of hit cruise control. I didn't want to see that caution because we really haven't been great after, cautions. But it fired off pretty good, and it stayed real good the whole race.
Yeah, you couldn't see the transponder times, but you were the only one in that race to turn a 16 flat. You turned the fastest lap of the race, so nothing to be worried about on that restart, I don't think.
No, we'll see. I think we're going to switch it over and try our hand at Pro Stocks here in a couple weeks, but this is nice.
He's just soaking it all in, folks. Let him hear it one more time. Will Collins. And then Daniel Harding matches his best run. He got a 2nd earlier in June. You've gotten a 2nd place once this year. You're matching your career best late model finish, Daniel. You excited about it?
Yeah, this is awesome.
And you pulled a lot of 3 wide maneuvers, too. You were showing these guys. You weren't scared.
Yeah, can't say I meant to do it, but it happened.
Oh, yeah? You just kind of lucked yourself in there, and you're like, well, hey, I'm here. I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Who do you got to thank for sponsors?
Jeff Burgess, probably if it wasn't for him, we would definitely not be in 2nd place right now. He's just like the biggest help. And my dad, I love him. And Walt, Mitch, my Nana and Papa, Austin, who had football, so he didn't come.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
All right, is that it, Daniel?
Yes.
All right, nice run, my man. 2nd place for Daniel Harding. Matches his career best late model run. And then the Dave's World number 14, Josh St. Clair. Man, they're you still got the most wins of the season in the class, right? I think 3 late model wins this season.
Yeah, I think so. We weren't far off tonight, but just managed to find the wrong line every single time, I think. So it's been free all day. We made some swings. It was better, but it weren't as good as them guys. So short runs were my thing. Long runs, I was in trouble.
All right, I think that last restart helped you out a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but still, Kyle wasn't good enough. So we'll work on it. Take a week off next week and go try the big one.
All right, yeah, you're going to be in the 150, going for 10 grand?
I'm going to go to the 250 and then the 150.
Oh, yeah, you got a busy weekend, or busy couple weeks.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we'll be down there next week, and we'll be back the week after for the late model race.
All right, let them hear it one more time. Josh St. Clair, Daniel Harding, and Will Collins, ladies and gentlemen.